Yo, um, how's the viewing experience? Because I'm experiencing a shitload of dropped frames. Uh, Apparently there's tornadoes all over the place and power outages and stuff. Mm, Outside, which unfortunately is affecting me in the Wizard Tower. Um, how's it on your end? Both YouTube and Twitch. Just let me know in chat. Is it choppy? You know, how's it doing? Seems fine. Okay, well then I'll ignore all the, because I'm getting like they're like flashing warning signs behind the scenes. I'm looking at this like error, yellow error, dropped frames, 12,000 kilobytes a second is flopping between 1K and 7K. Well, as long as you guys can see this, I guess. How's the Twitch side? Anyway, please enjoy a Bateman intro, and then maybe I'll wait for the responses to come in. Yo. How you guys doing this fine evening? I hope you're doing better than the Twitch website is doing. Because it's not you. It's not me. The Twitch website is having a problem. And that's real bad for me. Not this month. This is the last month of qualifying. Blah. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, hey, you know what? It's out of my hands, I guess. Anyway, TY for showing up anyway. It looks like the YouTube people are just fine, I think. So there is that. Sunshine and Black, thanks for the tier 1 for 30 months. Big. CGO Busta, thanks for the tier 3. Huge tier. Perfect streak. Almost 40. Imagine. Ahem. Big tier. Rotmeyer Rob coming in with the Plibby runs. Nice one. Not even tornado plus power outage can stop me from watching Mr. Well. Hey, I appreciate it. TY. Poyo Chicken. Thanks for being a first-time chatter with your big emotes. And your 5-month subscriber. Appreciate it. Apologies you gotta see me like this, because hey, it's not me, it's Twitch. Thanks for trying. Oops, all latency. Warbear, I think there's 1,000 bits. I appreciate it. We just bought another stone horn about 30 minutes ago, and it summoned a wild HeyWoah. I stream Mondays and Fridays usually. So I was going to be summoned one way or another, but hey, I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy yourself, and hey, I'm right with you. We can shake hands, right? Because now that you're an owner of another Stonehorn, I happen to own a Stonehorn or two myself. Or 8 or 9. So we're just slurping industrial grade straight from the semi-truck hopium to see what these indexes pull, to see what these indexes do. Tornadoes and solar flares. Oh, is there a solar flare today too? That could have something to do with it. Cled the Cornflake, thanks for the first time chat. So it's not your internet being bad, no, you're safe. I mean, you're not safe, you have to deal with it, as do I. But thanks for showing up. Bateman is buffering still. Oh no, Twitch is like 7 minutes behind. Oh no, he's spinning the wheel. Anyway, I'm gonna start talking to YouTube chat, I guess. Hey YouTube, how you doing? Holding on for the big terrain feature seems fine to you. It's hard to tell because you have no Wi-Fi. Twitch is locked up for you. YouTube seems fine. Twitch is dying. You left Twitch on mute to count towards the tally? Yo. That's advanced viewer support. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot for that. I appreciate. It's not something I would ask people to because it sounds like a pain in the ass and you don't want to be a beggar, but I appreciate it. Is it better if we have both streams open at the same time? I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you how to live. Right now, I think if you opened Twitch, it would just have a spinning circle in it, I imagine. When it's working, is YouTube or Twitch better for you? Where should we be watching? It's wherever you prefer, for the most part. That's kind of why I did it, so that, you know, people who like to use YouTube, I'm told the YouTube app, people tend to like that more on their phone, you know? I'm not a big phone watcher, though. If you're talking about user experience, then that's just on you. That's on your personal preferences. For me personally, as a user, I think Twitch chat is far superior to YouTube chat. And I'm just talking about how it looks, the look and feel of it, the visuals of it, how quickly it updates, and from a behind the scenes perspective. Yeah, I think Twitch's entire chat system is leagues ahead of YouTube's. I actually kind of hate YouTube's chat feature as a user. Also as a user, the thing about Twitch that's cool is if you subscribe to Twitch, you don't see any advertisements. If you subscribe or even become a member of my YouTube channel, they'll show you ads whether you like it or not. Which is a point against YouTube as a user, because I don't want to see any ads. I just don't. Now, I have YouTube Premium, so I don't see ads anyway. And I have Twitch Turbo, so I don't see any ads anyway. And you might start realizing a pattern here. I do not want to watch ads, and I will pay not to watch ads. I just will. And I get so much use out of Twitch and YouTube that for me it is worth it. I have Twitch and or YouTube open, and or I'm using it like constantly, so many hours a day that it's so worth it. But I don't have any of the other streaming service stuff. I don't own a TV, you know. I don't do any of the Netflix, all that stuff. I don't even use Spotify, so that's like where the money comes from that would have gone there is going to instead YouTube and Twitch.
Twitch Prime.
If you're talking about how much each platform, like how much I get out of it, in general, do whatever you want. I get approximately the same from each. However, in this particular 2-month period, I'm trying to qualify for partner on Twitch specifically, which means you have to have like 75 viewers average for like 16 streams in a row over the course of 2 months, plus another 4 the second month. So in this exact period, if you have to choose, I would watch on Twitch, except right now because the website isn't working. Good sales pitch. Lord Vladik, thanks for the Prime on Twitch. I don't even know if people can see me on Twitch, but thanks for the Prime. Anyway, I appreciate it a lot. Twitch chat is far better. You can post plibits and gigas. Yeah, and Twitch has a raid system where when you're done streaming, you can raid somebody else, and it helps the entire community of discoverability. And doing that on YouTube is way more difficult and annoying. What else? Oh, on YouTube you can scrub and watch something that you missed, and on Twitch you can't. So I guess that's a point for YouTube. The background play on the YouTube app is pretty much the sole reason you use it. I get background play on the Twitch app too. But I don't use my phone a lot anyway. I just use it when I'm driving for the most part. Who has the better donation payout between the two? YouTube has a higher percent. Twitch recently made a change so that the percent is much closer, though, depending on how big you are. And I'm not trying to nickel and dime necessarily. The old man in you is scared of Twitch for no logical reason. Hey, don't worry about it. I don't like new technologies either. I mean, actually I do, but some of them pop up and I'm just like, that's dumb. I can't wait for it to die, you know? But a lot of times they don't. Because I grew up in a time period where a brand new revolutionary technology would come out, devour the previous generation of technology, win, be simply the way things were, and then 5 years later, maybe even 6 years later, it would then just die and get replaced by something else completely better. And this happened over and over as I grew up. You know, laser discs, VHS, cassette tapes, CDs, and then DVDs, and then Blu-ray, and then computers not even having CD drives in them or anything like that. cell phones, and then after cell phones, smartphones, and so on. And so I got used to new technology coming out so fast and having so many great leaps that if I didn't like something, I could actually just chill for a few years and it would just die. But that doesn't necessarily happen anymore. And so some like social media website will come out, like TikTok. And I'm like, this is stupid. I can't wait for this thing to die. Or Twitter will come out. And I'm like, damn, I hate this place. I can't wait for it to die. But it just doesn't now. They stick around forever. I guess TikTok might be, but for other reasons. Twitch is currently on the guy who bought a stone horn. Hanzo Akami, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Leaving to Texas with Soren. You will be live at the Dallas Open announcement for AOS 4. Oh, you will be there? We'll have agents of boots on the ground. Investigative journalist. Flats. Nice. Anyway, nice to hear about. You can scrub on Twitch, you just have to go to the videos on the channel. Sometimes that works, Maya Rob, and sometimes it doesn't. Like, you can click on videos and then you'll see one where it's like, this is the current stream. You can sometimes do that, but a lot of times you can't. And I think it has to do with the streamer. I think they can turn that off, that feature off. Like if your VODs are automatically hidden except if you're a subscriber, which I don't do, because I think it's a dick move. I think if that's the case, you can't. And then sometimes you just can't at all. I haven't figured out why. It must have to do with some setting somewhere, I suppose. But, you know, sometimes you can, which is nice. Lemon Coolers, as a confession, haven't owned or painted any Games Workshop products since 2002. Would you like the vibe here? So you hang out anyway. I've collected a fair number of people like that, Lemon Coolers. I mean, let me give you, I guess, another confession. Or maybe an open secret. The vast majority of people who are like kind of interested in content surrounding Games Workshop have never and will never buy anything. And a tiny fraction of people who will, a tiny fraction of them will actually end up playing the game regularly. Almost nobody actually does that. It's so small. It wouldn't surprise me if 10% of people who owned Games Workshop products actually played. Possibly even less. That being said, it's fine. I don't see a problem with that. I like to watch fighting game tournaments. Street Fighter when it's good, Tekken when it's good, anime fighters when they're good. I like to watch. It's an enjoyable, it's like an entertaining thing to watch. I don't really play them. I don't think that's a bad thing. Football don't play. Like, ostensibly my streams are for, you know, just talking to chat and just having a general vibe, and then the conversation goes wherever it wants to. And, you know, usually it's about Age of Sigmar, but not always. And it's something to have on when they're painting. Now, if you don't paint, whatever it is that you're doing, are you building a Dungeons and Dragons character? Are you at work? You know, are you driving somewhere? You could just be chilling. No big deal. Yeah. Regardless, I appreciate it if you appreciate it, right? You bet those numbers are similar to the number of games purchased versus actually played on Steam. Yeah, I bet they're even higher yet. Because on Steam, you get a little bit of FOMO stuff going on where it's like, what do you call it? A lot of times on Steam, you have like, oh, this thing's 90% off, I'll just buy it, and then you don't do anything. You play a game for like an hour or two, and then you don't finish it. Okay, right. But it's even more, they're asking so much more of you to assemble a bunch of models and paint a bunch of models and then physically go to some store and interact with people in real life. It's a lot harder than double-clicking on an icon. Oh no, YouTube's starting to break? Jeez, I chose the most cursed time to stream. I should have realized how bad things were. I didn't know. My metrics! God damn it. You've been in 40k in AOS for the better part of a decade. You could probably count on two hands the amount of times you actually played. Yeah, but I don't think that's something to worry about. You weren't implying, I don't think, that it was something to worry about. But a lot of people do. They get in their own head about it. I don't think it's worth worrying about. If you collect and paint and you're happy doing that, I don't see the issue. I think the game is good. I happen to think the game is good. I think it's a good game. There's a lot of good games I don't play. What's the big deal, right? You've officially become a GW product buyer this month for the first time. You've been watching HeyWoah for like 2 years. Excited to become a game player soon. Nice. P. Sterling Little. Appreciate it. It's the solar storm. How long is the solar storm gonna last? Let me Google this. One hour ago. Solar storm, huh? How long does the solar storm last? Strongest solar storm since 2005. Jesus. Please. How long will it last? The strongest G4 level impacts on our infrastructure are possible. Okay. It induces current. Could affect the power grid. Internet. A rough prediction of 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is like now. Could be off by 7 hours. Okay. Nice. Well, hey, I chose the best time. Yeah, Soul Storm. Space weather. You're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links while you watch this in the background. Hey, enjoy. Please enjoy. Happy Big Friday, everyone. Nerf Soulblight. What's on the news this week? There's a lore dump, which it's like a recap of the lore you guys probably already know, which I think is a general history of the Mortal Realms, plus a little bit of cosmology to it. And then they talk about terrain. I'm kind of looking at the website at the moment. There's an article about terrain, which I'm pretty interested to read, because I've never really liked the terrain rules in Age of Sigmar. In my personal opinion, the terrain rules were the best in first edition, when they were broken as shit and allowed you to do combos. They weren't good then either, but at least they let you do combos and shit. And they were stupidly deadly. The whole, like, I don't know. I like the Realms of Battle from 2nd edition. That was cool. That shit was hype. You could be in Akshi, and so the board would have random spews of volcano lava all around it, or you'd have different access to different spells and stuff. That thing was kind of cool for a little bit of the realm you were in affecting the gameplay. That's kind of cool. But mostly I don't like the terrain rules too much. And a lot of people tend to just ignore them. So I'm looking forward to reading this and then other stuff. Besides. A lot of lag, you had to switch to YouTube. Yeah, sorry about that. It's not my fault. Twitch is having a real big problem right now, and it may have something to do with the solar storm that we're experiencing right now. Hey, that's a rough one, kid. Rodmire Rob, thanks for the membership. Appreciate it. Thanks, CJ, for the sub. Oh, it was a gifter. Okay. Well, I mean, TY anyway. Should I put something on the screen, like... Maybe I'll type in chat. Twitch Solar Storm F. They needed a lore vid when they launched AOS. Yeah. I mean, they had the information, but it would have been nice to have a video, right? We need to go lo-fi. The walk is too HD. Don't really follow the lore. Worth watching as a recap? Yeah, I'm probably going to watch it, and we'll talk about it. From what I understand, Skaven killed Old World a la Vermintide, and then Sigmar happened. That's way older than what they're going to talk about. They're talking about AOS lore, not the transition from one game to another, I don't think. Although, I don't know, maybe they do in this one. Maybe they do. They dud. I'm not sure. You've gotten your enjoyment almost exclusively out of painting and modeling plus the lore. But you're hoping to actually play when 4th comes. Yeah, 4th is looking good. 4th is looking good. If you could give your faction any one thing, what would it be? Plastic models. We have too much fine cast. Something like a third of the models in the Ogre line are fine cast. That's unacceptable in this day and age. So I'm looking for a model line refresh in some good plastic, and a lot of the Gutbuster side is looking like, well, it's looking like what it is. Simply a Warhammer Fantasy army ported over to this new game. And it doesn't really have that Age of Sigmar flair, you know. The wacky, crazy, well, not even crazy, just like heightened creative stuff going on. They're just kind of ogres from the old fantasy game. On the Beastclaw side, our models could use an update. Yeah, they're looking a little old and weird, especially the riders, but you don't want to ask for too much, right? Ahem. Non-Dormunt. Thanks for the $5. Appreciate it. Would it be considered cringe to sculpt your own models? No. Would people want to play against me? Yes. If you made your own army from clay? Yeah, probably. Do you mean like clay and then you fire it in a kiln? Because those are going to be heavy, first of all. And the chance of them chipping might be high. I'm going to be playing a lot of TTS on stream as soon as 4th edition comes out. We're going to enter the lab. Just like Korn Lab of old and Slaves to Darkness Lab of old. Which was some of the best times of AOS. I was just talking with my mods on Discord a few days ago. And we were reminiscing. And Frank on the Rocks, SJ Arcade, a few of them have more rules in the index they spoiled so far than they've ever had as battle tactics. Zangors, Kyric Acolyte, storm, and my dumbass decided to stream during a solar storm, and so this is what I fucking get. Apologies, it's out of my hands. keep up with me on Twitch. I was bothering you. Sorry, I had to come here. Don't be, no problem.
Right now, you could be savoring the rich, creamy flavor of angel food ice cream. It's the extra cream in angel food that blends all of your favorite flavors so they're always smooth and creamy, never pointy. How about some rich and creamy angel food ice cream right now?
Introducing the best news for ice cream lovers since ice cream began. New Simple Pleasures. It's everything you love about ice cream, but no point. New Simple Pleasures is unbelievably rich, incredibly creamy, and absolutely top. Oh yeah. Because New Simple Pleasures is made with all natural pure athlete, yeah. Instead of point. New delicious all natural Simple Pleasures. There's never been an ice cream like it.
Nice. New walk, please. I'm thinking walk, comma, Japan. As a treat. Did you buy the Warcry Gorgers box? HeyWoah. I did not. It is a Gutbuster unit. And I'm more of a Beast Claw man myself. Although, as time goes on, I'm sure the two halves will get more and more, crushed together or something like that. But yeah, I didn't buy it. I may in the future. They look good. The Gorgers look good. I like them. I like what they look like. Their rules are pretty cool. Point cost feels pretty expensive, and they're not Beast Claw. So I haven't picked them up yet, but I may. I may in the future. We'll see what those indexes look like. I could put some fur on those guys, make them big Yetis or something. I don't know. I could do something with them. F's in the chat. Have GW said the indexes would be out before the edition launch? They have implied that, yeah. But I don't have a quote. I don't have a quote for you. I don't have a quote for you from an article ready or anything like that. Maybe this is just pure hopium. They should have a two-headed giant with Warcraft Ogre Magi vibes. I don't like that. I downright hate that aesthetic. I don't like two-headed stuff. I think it looks stupid. But this is like a personal thing. Don't like it. You know, no old books, but in your head, the indexes drop the same day as the edition, not a couple weeks before. I actually bet they're going to say the indexes are coming soon, and I bet they're going to be like later, and people are going to be complaining every day that they're not out. I bet it's going to be like that. But who knows? They did say they'll preview them, but not that they'll be out. The Neurial. Yeah, incorrect. That's a Flesh Eater Quartz box. So nice of them to update horrors finally. True, yeah. Should you simul-watch on Twitch stream as well for the partner grind? I mean, if you would be so kind, I'm not going to ask people to, but I appreciate that. This isn't a call to action. But, you know, thanks. My stream is supposed to be on your second monitor and you're doing something else, but it's just nice, you know? And so I don't want to ask you to do too much. Your local Warhammer stores guy said all the managers are going to Texas to learn 4.0 in mid-July. No way they'll drop before store employees are trained to teach it. Oof, the pain and suffering. But my hopium isn't strong enough to disagree with you on your anecdotal thing there. Not even my hopium is high enough. YouTube shitting itself triggered your autoplay and kicked you to another video? Dude, maybe do I have to reschedule? This has just been really bad. Nobody can watch on Twitch at all. It's 20 minutes behind. The stream keeps dropping. Am I supposed to call this one a loss? That'd be too bad. If it can't be helped, it can't be helped, but... It kicked you to another video? Jeez. It happened to somebody else a time or two earlier as well. YouTube is fine now. We're back. Okay, hey, we're gonna keep struggling. We're gonna keep crawling on, but I am thinking about it in the back of my head. All right, new rule before I go live. In addition to all the other stuff I got to do when I'm preparing to go live, I guess I got to check the NASA solar system fucking weather report as well. I need my watch. Look at the dude with the green shovel. Maybe if you restarted the stream, it would help. I don't know. It usually, that helps if it's on my end, but it doesn't help if it's not on my end, and this one's not on my end. It's a reasonable suggestion. It's 20 minutes behind. You were wondering how you're gonna... Yeah, 2 different walks at once. One of the few times in the year GW means anything, they absolutely would release before the managers are trained. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's true. Wow, having to check the solar system weather. We were living... Yeah, actually, you know, that's a cool thing. We're living in such the future that I gotta check to see the solar system weather. That's actually kind of badass out of context. I've been knee-deep in rifts, speaking of, and so that actually is so appropriate. I've been typing away, making a rifts adventure. So I'm like stuck in future land in my head. Yeah, Twitch is still jungling. It's almost 4th edition where you can punch a purple sun. Just go monstrous rampage. Oh, dude, yeah, Soothsayer. The new endless spell rules are so sick. I don't know how good they're gonna be. I don't know how strong they're gonna be. I'm just saying, you can punch spells now, and they can punch you. There's some faction terrain that can fight. That's sick. That's just a good idea. I think it's just a good idea. It's cool. Mercury is in retrograde. No streaming for today. Yeah. Canceling stream because the sun's tummy hurt. Tummy hurt. Have to check the solar charts to ensure a problem-free stream. The fax machine are still actively used. Yeah. Dude, it's kind of sick, though. You know Titan a Body from Creature Caster? No. Wait, yes. Okay, I just Googled it right now. Banana beans. I am familiar with this. I saw it at Adepticon. There was a Creature Caster booth, and they had a bunch of stuff in glass cases and their new things and some of their old things even. And I remember talking to the guy there about the Titan of Body. What a great model. Yeah, I just brought it up here. I do recognize this thing. This shit is sick. You know, the classic Titan, like all of the words to describe it are taken from this, right? Looks like a Titan, Greek god physique, right? They're all like actually about that, and so it's just very appropriate, I think. How big is this thing? 100mm base round. 100mm base round. What's the base on a Mega Gargant? Is this thing about that big? I think it's smaller, but I'm not sure. You would have loved if they went in that direction for Gargants. Yeah, I don't like the we've been inbred for 30 generations looking ass giants. Those are fine as big dumb enemies to fight in Dungeons and Dragons or something, but it's hard to get behind that as your faction, you know? And the Mega Gargants are the least stupid inbred they've ever looked, for sure, by a long shot. But the Ale Guzzlers are just swimming in it, for me. I wish they had more armor. I wish they didn't have derpo faces. I don't know. A little too much. It's a good start though. You know, the hills have Gargants. Just hope you can see the aurora where you're at. Supposedly most of the northern US will see it. Am I gonna go outside and look at an aurora? An aurora? When aurora today? That's what I googled. As of Friday afternoon, a map of the National Weather Forecast Prediction Center suggests the aurora could be visible in much of the northern Americas. Supposedly it's going to be around tonight and gone by midnight. Encroaching on Trog's big dumb guy turf. Yeah, it kind of just sucks. Especially when they're parallel to the visually coolest faction in 40k. Do you mean Knights? The Knights army? I have my own opinions about Knights. And you're not gonna like them. I don't like those robots. I don't like what they look like. I don't like their silhouette. I don't like the weird super umbrella. I don't like the big umbrella on top with the double umbrella shoulder pads. I don't like it. As far as big mechs, don't like them at all. I don't think they're bad. Please understand. They're not bad. And the reason they have all that stuff on them is to give painters an opportunity to do sweet, you know, World War II fighter jet bomber looking ass, like, freehand all over them. They've done that on purpose. And it's something the Games Workshop does, and it's a good thing they do to a lot of their models in ways that a lot of third-party stuff totally fails at. You do actually need to give the painter something to work with, but also you want to let them be able to get as creative as they want and explore the space. A lot of third-party stuff has infinite details everywhere, but then you're just kind of painting by numbers. There's no open spaces to do stuff on, you know? And so understanding all of that and all the caveats and everything, I still don't like them. As a giant robot thing, not thrilled with it. Don't like the look of it. Don't like the silhouette of it. Do I think they should change it? No. Do I think that it's bad? No. Just don't like it. Femunk, thanks to tier 1. Appreciate it. On Twitch, which is currently unviewable. Got back after a bachelor's trip to Vegas, made some money gambling, and got a HeyWoah videos to watch while you're painting. Life is good. Well, not right now, because there's a solar storm. Eat shit. But also apologies. And thanks for the tier 1. Boo, unsubbed, canceled. Big robot with big gun equals cool. You can dig that, but it totally fits the 40k knight robot aesthetic. Yes, it does. Like, if they looked like other better-looking mecha from other properties, it wouldn't fit. I agree. That's why, at the end of the day, I don't think they should change it, like I said. It fits the aesthetic they have been going for them forever. And it fits into the world. They're actually walking castles. Like, that's what they're supposed to be, is walking castles. If they made them look completely fucking dope, like Armored Core mechs, or even like some Macross stuff, or whoever, you know, pick your favorite looking robot aesthetic, it would probably clash and just wouldn't look right in 40k. So fair enough. STL designs in particular have gone wild on detail to differentiate themselves, so they all look the same. It's not necessarily they all look the same, it's just, you know, there is actually a very big difference, often subtle, between a 3D modeler and someone who is designing something that will later be painted in real life. And so a lot of the details and aesthetics and all the different textures you put on everything and all sorts of stuff like that, right out of the box, it could look perfect. But you do want open areas and flat planes and just things that are going to let a painter do whatever they will. And a lot of times if everything looks amazing, you're just kind of painting by numbers at that point. I'm probably not communicating very well this idea, but I don't know, ask Vince about it or somebody. Exciting to see if Reclusians are overpointed hammers or overpointed anvils. Yeah, because it's going to be one or the other, Dave Zombie, right? Still, A+ work, S tier, 10 out of 10. If everything in Age of Sigmar had the lore of Reclusians, we'd be a force to reckon with. More of that, please. More of that. Let's go. And honestly, all of their new stuff has been Sigmar as well. Great work. Just keep driving that way, you know? As a certified knight enjoyer, you hereby validate your dislike of them. Yeah, fair enough. It's just an opinion. So I went through art school, and a thing you learn very early in art school is there's a big difference between good and I liked it, as well as bad or I didn't like it. The objective quality of the craftsmanship of the thing is very often separate to how much you enjoy it, and that's just a fact. Art school also teaches you to be able to handle criticism without becoming a fucking baby about it, which I wish more people learned in other lines of work, but whatever. Phys6, thanks to tier 1, appreciate it. Landed on Rykos G. Appreciate. I'm sure that person will be very thankful 20 minutes from now when the Twitch stream catches up. In the lore, the original robot was actually more like Gundam, like their head wasn't in their chest. Apparently the design currently used are all just slightly corrupted or not correct. Okay. I seem to recall really, really old artwork, and it was like stuff in the distance, but it was like walking castles with parapets, but maybe that was a little after what you were talking about. I was thinking of art, not necessarily models, though. So the Tau, question mark? What do you think about the Tau? Says, both Wolf Smasher and Tech Ninja Stickman. I don't know too much about Tau. Here's what I know about Tau. I've looked at some of their models. I remember when they came out, when I was in college. And I remember, because some of my friends from college played 40K, I remember when Tau were originally released, and everyone hated them, and everyone made fun of them, because they're like, Games Workshop is ruining 40K with this weeaboo, Fightan magic, Japanese bullshit. They were mad. And anybody who was interested in Tau was first of all made fun of as a weeb, and second of all made fun of for being a power gamer, because I guess they shot a lot or something like that. And that's essentially what I know about Tau. They're supposed to have really high technology, and the higher technology you have, the more I like you, in general, as a spacefaring race, you know? One of these days I'm gonna do a stream, and maybe I'm gonna have to do this stream earlier rather than later if I have to make up for the Solar Storm one, where I look through all the 40K armies, and then I ask chat what those armies are, and I get all my information essentially from looking at the store page and whatever chat tells me, and then I decide what 40K army I would play. If I ever got into the game. And so maybe I'll look into Tau during that stream. But I'm going to be really judgmental about their models. Because you got to like all the stuff, right? Anyway. Cool Max, hideous infantry, no shoes out of 10. What's my opinion on Troggoth only rules? I haven't played against the Troggoth only army. Supposedly the rules are pretty good though. People seem to like Trogs. People seem to like them and their rules seem okay. I don't have personal experience with them though. Yeah, from memory, Tau. I like the fact that they have robots. I don't really like what the robots look like. I like what the troops look like. I hate the animal troops, whatever those guys are. The guys that look like they're from Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. Hate all that. Don't like it at all. Clashes with the high technology of the rest of Tau. But I can't remember how much I liked the rest of it. Why play Tau when Space Dwarves exist with just as good tech? See, that's what I'm thinking. Because I liked what the Space Dwarves look like, and they don't have a stupid Abe's World faction duct taped to them. And their vehicles look cooler. Now, they are short, and that sucks. What a disadvantage for a race. I wonder if I would be able to deal with that. Playing the short races in any game ever. Gnomes, halflings, dwarves. I recoil. I recoil like a cross shown to a vampire. But if you got wraparound 80s sunglasses and the best technology in the game, also huge guns, it does a lot to win me over. Also beards. If you don't like Japanese-style mecha, I do. I love Japanese-style mecha. Although there's a lot of different Japanese-style mecha, so I guess maybe I should qualify that heavily. I don't necessarily like 40K's take on Japanese mecha, maybe. Anyway, I can see you liking Tau. For what it's worth, the newest Command Farstrider model is bloody sweet, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm gonna look at it. I'm working off of half-remembered ancient memories of what this stuff looked like. When we do the stream, it'll be right up. I'll get to look at all of it, you know. So remember, a good paint scheme can fix almost anything. Also some customization. They're all guns and get shredded in melee combat. They're held together in a cased system that's more Confucian than communist, though that's in there too. Well, yeah, but every, you know, every 40k faction has to be evil somehow, right? So you gotta throw a little communism in there as a treat, right? Fascism, you gotta spread out the authoritarianism a little bit. You hope Troggoth only is viable in 4 EOS. Even looking for... Oh, you mean... You hope you're allowed to play, like, only Troggoths. Like, that's still possible, you mean. Yeah, I hope for that for you as well. Because if Troggoth get to keep their special army rules and stuff, then maybe Beastclaw will as well. It's kind of an open question, whether we will. I think we probably will. But, you know... Frank on the rocks. What do you mean? Look, remember my rule. This all comes from my morals and my principles. It trickles down to my choices, right? When you're choosing a character, you choose the biggest, coolest thing or the cutest thing. Nothing. Dwarves are literally in between. Dwarves would be the biggest, coolest thing, except they're small, and so that pushes them towards the cute angle, and now they're stuck in no man's land. That's my problem with dwarves in a vacuum. But if they look fucking tight, then who cares, right? You wish Tau had leaned more into the coalition of diverse alien races aesthetic? Like combined army. Is that what Necromunda is? Keep in mind, I know virtually nothing about Necromunda. I think it's a different game entirely. Or maybe it's like Rogue Trader or something. Maybe that's a different game entirely. I think that was a TTRPG. Might have played it once or twice, a million years ago. Votan's your main faction in 40k. At least there's one dwarf faction in all of Warhammer you like. Jesus. Yeah, Fireslayers do leave a bit to be desired. And KO do leave a bit to be desired. I like KO, but they are missing like an obvious second wave, right? I mean, so are Fireslayers, let's be honest. Fireslayers and KO both. They feel like 3/5 of an army, just waiting for that extra 4 boxes of whatever to get, like, complete. You know what I mean? You call it be cute ombre? I don't think I've seen a picture of you. I don't know how to navigate out of this conversation now. Gloomspite gets, wait, GSC. Hold on, not Gloomspite gets. What's GSC? GSC is a great concept. This is a test right now. What's GSC stand for? I just asked chat. I'm seeing how much delay there is. This is a delay test. On YouTube now, because Twitch is gone. I mean, it's still there, but... Make them wider, a little chunky, hairy marshmallows. Necromunda are just gangs. Okay. What do you think the chances of seeing new Idneth models in 4th? Haven't been following new stuff long enough to know when they last got stuff. T. Sterling Little, it's just tough to answer that question. They don't release things based on how old something is or how long it's been or whether or not they deserve to. I don't think they release stuff in that manner. It's hard for me to answer that question. Lemon on Rye thinks it's tier 1, I appreciate it. Even though Twitch is kind of dead right now. You think, yeah, I don't know. T Sterling. I've heard a rumor about Idneth stuff, but I have no authentication of said rumor. It's a lead dude, trust me. So I don't know. HeyWoah asking what Necromunda is has the same energy as your grandma asking if your PC is a Nintendo. Look, Games Workshop makes a bunch of side games. I don't know what to tell you. I haven't followed them too much. Gene Stealer Cults. There. At that moment, chat caught up to the stream. Okay? So everybody who has been watching, between when I asked that question and when you hear this right now, that's the delay on YouTube, much less Twitch. Damn, that's a problem. Oh no. That's a lot of lag. Dude, Solar Storm? Okay. Chat room. I really enjoy our walks and our talks.